this is Leah with JuLeah Designs, and in today's tip video, I'm going to show you a new feature recently released in KW Command, the Activity Tracker. Now today's date is March 28th. This feature, I would say, was launched last week, possibly the week before, so it's a very new feature in Command. Very cool. It will enable you to track your activities right from Command. You'll receive daily email reminders if you choose to, reminding you to track your activities, so that'll allow you to see, okay, how many calls did I make today during lead gen? How many appointments did I set from those calls? How many contracts did I get signed, etc. So you can really start to see that GCI and how, what is adding up to reach that GCI. How many calls you need to make to get the amount of appointments to sign enough contracts to reach your goal of income. All right, so to show you this, I am logged into Command. So I'm logged into Command at agent.kw.com. Okay, we're logged into Command, and we are on the home screen. So right when you log into Command, you'll be taken every time to your dashboard. And that's where I am on my screen. If you're already in Command, you can always click on the home icon on the left-hand side to navigate here right away. All right, so now to customize these widgets and add the brand new activity tracking widget, okay, so that's where my mouse is right here. You may not have that on your screen quite yet. We do need to go into the settings to actually turn that on and enable email notifications. So to do that, if you could follow me, let's click on your name on the very top right of Command. Then settings from that drop-down. Then on the left-hand side, we're clicking on Command Settings. And this will be under Reporting. You'll see that Activity Tracking option. I'll say those steps again, so you can jot those down or follow along with me. And of course, anytime during this video, if you need to pause the video, rewind it so you can follow along. I know personally I learn much better if I am following along with the instructions. So again, step 1, we're clicking on our name on the very top right of Command. Step 2, Settings. Step 3, Command Settings on the left-hand side. And then step 4, go ahead and select Reporting, and then it'll be the only option there for activity tracking. All right, so you'll see at the top here, we need to enable activity tracking and reminders by switching this toggle on the right-hand side. So if it's not already turned on, go ahead and select that to slide it over. Keep yourself accountable and data accurate by setting up email reminders. So what this is going to do, it's going to send you an email reminder to submit your activity daily. So it will send you a daily reminder at 10 a.m. or whenever you would like that. So if you want that more at the end of the day, for example, once you're done with your activities, let's say I want the reminder at 5, and then the activity should be submitted by, okay, so my goal to submit the activity every night is, let's say, 8 p.m. Right, so I know that all my work is done for the day and I can submit everything at that time. And then after that, it will send you, X amount of reminders after the due date. So if it passes 8 p.m., you still haven't done it, the system will send you 1 reminder to go ahead and enter that for the day. 2 reminders, of course, you can toggle that. Then you can set, which days you want to receive these email reminders. So if you don't work on Sundays, for example, you can go ahead and check, uncheck that. So the days that are checked are the days that you will receive that email reminder. Right? So you can uncheck any days that you do not want to receive those email reminders, and you can actually add custom days off as well. So if you want to go ahead and edit days off to add your vacations or certain holidays that you don't want to be bothered by these activity tracking reminder emails, you can edit that right here. And once you're done, you can click Save Changes on the very bottom right. Of course, if you're not done quite yet, no worries. Feel free to pause the video so you can finish that up. And you'll see once you click to save the changes, it will give you that green check mark letting you know the changes were saved. All right, so now that we have turned on this feature in your Command account, Let's go ahead and go back to your command dashboard to see this feature in action. So go ahead and join me by clicking on the home icon on the left-hand side command menu. All right, so again, this is the dashboard. This is your command homepage. This is where you are taken directly every single time that you come into command. All right, so from this page here, we'll want to go ahead and click on Customize Home on the very top right to go ahead and reorganize our widgets. So in order to, like typically when you add that activity tracker, it'll typically be on the very bottom of your screen. All right, so you can go ahead and reorder that. So if I want, for example, my recent leads and my activity near the top, I can click on Customize Home on the very top right here. So again, from the home icon on your command menu, let's click on Customize Home. All right, from here on the left-hand side, you can see which widgets you have selected to show on your home page, so you can unselect any of these that you do not want to show. Primarily for this tip video, go ahead and make sure we have activity tracking selected if it is not already. Okay, and after that, let's say I want to go ahead and pull that activity tracking or recent leads to the very top of the screen. So you can reorder the widgets on your home screen. They just have to stay in the columns that they're in. So anything in the left-hand column, you can reorder that, but only they have to stay in the left-hand column. Same thing goes for the right side column. So, you know, if you scroll down and you see your recent leads or activity tracking on the bottom, go ahead and line your mouse up with the grip icon here, and you'll see that your mouse turns into a hand, so you can click and hold your mouse to drag that up. Okay, so you can reorder it, and I would recommend dragging to the top those recent leads and activity tracking. Just a reminder, you can drag up and down in the columns, you just can't switch the columns, I believe because of the sizing of them. All right, so once we have that reorganized, let's go ahead and click Apply. I'm going to pull up another account because I did already submit my activity in my account. All right, so here we go. We have my activity at the very top here. Okay, depending on where you put that widget, we can go ahead and click that Submit button to submit your daily activity right away. So I'll click Submit. All right, so from here, it's going to prompt you to go ahead and put in your activity of the day. So you can put in today's activity, that's what defaults on, but you can submit for the previous 5 days as well. So if you forgot to submit it yesterday, you can always come in and submit that. How was your day? So I had a good day. How much time did you spend finding new clients today? So let's say I spent 3 hours lead gen. And by the way, I think they changed this, so now you can submit it for the last week, which is cool. I just read this. All right, so I spent 3 hours lead gen. How many people did I talk to? Let's say I talked to 40 different people. What did you do to find them? Let's say I reached out to my sphere of influence. I made calls, text message, reached out on social media. But you can see all the different options that you can select from. Is everyone you spoke with captured in your database? Say yes. And then this will allow you to go ahead and put in your metrics for the day. So how many new appointments did you set today? Let's say I set 1 appointment for a buyer. How many appointments did you attend today? No appointments for today. How many new agreements? No new agreements today. But how many contracts did I write? I wrote 1 for a seller. And I had 0 closings for today. Okay, so whatever the case may be for your day, you can go ahead and fill that in. And of course, you can pause the video if you're still working on that. And once you're done, you can click on Submit. All right, so based on that, based on what you put in, it will give you your GCI for the next 2 to 3 months. So it will estimate, based on what you put in today on that tracking, what you can expect for a GCI. And if that looks off, you can actually update your averages. So this calculation here is controlled by the averages that you have set right here. So you can click Update Your Averages to go ahead and select, okay, what is your average unit price? Is it 400,000, 200,000? Whatever the case may be, you can go ahead and put that in. So the average price of homes you're selling. Average percentage commission is at 3%. Are you looking at 2.5 more or less now? And then you can play if you have a split. So for example, if I do need to change that, let's say, that's pretty nominal, but I can change that, click calculate, and that will update the GCI right from here. So now I can go back to dashboard on the very top right. And so I can show you guys what this looks like once you've submitted the information. So once you do submit your activity, you will see that instead of it having a button to prompt you to submit, it will instead show you the metrics that you put in for the day. So starting at the top here, this hyperlink, it will take you to activity tracking report, which I'll show you next, but that will show you, day over day, over week, month, what your tracking looks like and help you see those conversion rates. You can also update today's activity. So let's say right after you fill this out, you got another call for another appointment tomorrow. You can go ahead and update that activity by just clicking right here, and it will pull that right back up. So you can edit the existing information. It won't prompt you to re-put it all back in. You can just edit what you already put in, which is great. It shows you that GCI here, and you can update those averages as well for the unit price or commission split. All right, so the final thing I want to show you is in the activity tracking report. So it does give you a link after you submit your activity. It does give you the option to click right here to go directly to your activity tracking report. And I'll show you how to manually get here as well, okay, in case you're not seeing that link. All right, this is under the reports tab where my mouse is circling on the left-hand side menu, that bar graph icon there. So you can go directly there, or you can click on activity tracking report to be taken directly to the activity tracking report. But again, just a heads up, if you want to manually navigate here, this is just in the reports tab on the left-hand side menu, and then activity on the top white toolbar. So from here, you can see, okay, what was my activity for the day? I can edit that. I can see it for the next week coming up. So you can toggle on the top right here by day, week, or month to go ahead and see that, those conversions, see your metrics for the entire month, week, and so forth. If you are in a team, it will show this to your team, so you have a leaderboard going on, so you can see where everyone's ranking for some extra fun motivation. But again, this is all the activity tracking report. The very last thing I want to show you is just how it looks when you receive an email reminder. So I do have that pulled up in my account. So you will see here, this is just an example of the reminder I receive every day via email, just prompting me to go ahead and tell them about my day, right? Put in my activity. So I get this notification at whatever time I set, let's say 10 a.m. or 5 p.m. So I'll get that email to remind me to go ahead and enter in that information as well. All right, guys, if you have any questions on that, please do not hesitate to reach out. That is contact@JuLeahDesigns.com. Again, that's contact@JuLeah Designs with an S.com. And feel free to go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will have weekly tech updates every single Tuesday, and every Thursday we'll also be highlighting a really cool KW tech feature that you should be using in your business each week. I hope this was helpful, and again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. I hope you all have a really great day. Take care.